everyone. So today I am taking you to multiple parks, and there may be a 3-part video, I'm not sure. But today I'm at Stone Mountain Park. I've been to this park. This is my second time here. The first time I came here is when we first moved here. I might have even been visiting at the time. Today I came here not because I'm so in love with or I really enjoy this place or anything like that. It's mainly because I kind of want to document in this video the history of Stone Mountain. Many of these parks came to be historic sites because of something tragic and something that is not so pleasant. I think it is important for many of us to learn the history of where we live. If you don't really understand the history, you can't really grasp how these places came to be. Some of the things that I've learned about some of these places I've visited is heartbreaking. But the history of America is heartbreaking as well, and how we came to be and how we came to inhabit this place. Me as a woman of color, there's a whole lot about this place that I just really want to learn about. I'm not under the assumption that I'm going to really know all there is to know about it. I am just trying to know whatever it is that I can know. Whatever information is provided, you still only know what you know. And they're only going to share what they want you to know anyway. There's always going to be some stuff that's left off. There's always going to be some things that are added that are probably not true. I want to know at least the basics about the places that I visited. It's amazing how someone can take a natural thing and turn it into something unnatural. It's almost like graffiti or defacing a natural thing for their own purpose. A little kid just walked by and said, why did they bother carving something into it? Why didn't they just leave it the way that it was? Exactly. My first time on top of Stone Mountain, and it's pretty windy, but it feels really good outside. I did not climb up. I decided to take the tram up. So while I'm not here to try to fully educate anybody, I am here just to give some basic information, and the reason that I did this video. I really wanted to learn myself, but I figured I'd share it with people. This beautiful granite stone, which is in Atlanta, Georgia, is a natural wonder. Now this stone and this place is more controversial. And the history of this came from the idea by Helen Plain. And she is the one that had the idea to put this carving as a memorial to Robert E. Lee. She is actually a member of the United States Daughters of the Confederacy and a Confederate widow. And so they put this carving, or they started this carving back in 1910, and it didn't finish actually until 1972. And Helen was inspired by a film called Birth of a Nation. For anybody that may not know, the Confederacy was all started because the southern states wanted to separate themselves from the U.S. and to establish a new slave-owning republic. And so while this place may have some very beautiful scenery and a lovely place to visit for entertainment purposes, it has its story and it has its history, and it's always good to know what the history is of a place that you're visiting. And you can still enjoy it. You can still enjoy the original natural wonder of the place, but just know how it came to be. At this particular time that I visited, which was November the 18th, it was 71 degrees outside. It was really nice out, and this was a good time for me to actually visit this place to find out about it. And I was surprised to see that it's kind of like an amusement area now. It didn't used to look like this when I first visited years ago. It was basically just a place where you could hike and walk, because some people can actually hike up the mountain, which is not something that I did. But you can hike up this mountain and you can hike down. And when I first came, I hiked up halfway and it was very strenuous. And I was very much out of shape at the time that I did it. So I didn't fully do it this time. This trip, I decided to take the sky ride up and down. But I did get the chance to see all that was going on for the amusement park at the time that I was out there. And this was more of a Christmas theme. And it had a dinosaur area. It had a train ride, which is what I took. And it was very entertaining, but it didn't come without me realizing how this place came to be. And for others who really don't know, this place also was a meeting place for the KKK. And I did notice while I was there that there were a lot of people of color that was actually employed by this park. And that's no shade or judgment. It's just an observation that I took notice of while I was there. So it's always good to know your history, wherever you're working, wherever you're residing. Well, I've seen all that I wanted to see. You don't know what you don't know. My hope is that people will at least learn as much about history of any area they're going to be visiting or residing in. It is always good just to know some history about where you are. It doesn't mean that you gotta never go there again or never frequent that place again, because in reality, every place that we reside in, every state has a history. Many people died to hold on to where they were living. Many people were always out there trying to take over and exert their power, to take over somebody's land, or to exercise whatever right they thought they had. Nobody got any land without some battle being fought for it. If you say, well, I'm never going there because of this and that and the other, you tell me if you can find a place in this country that doesn't have history that's negative or history where somebody didn't die trying to keep their land or keep their property. I don't think that there's a place anywhere in our country where somebody didn't get overtaken by somebody else that wanted their land or their property. So with that being said, y'all have a good day, good mental health, good spiritual health, and as always, good physical health. Please take great care.